What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of my album, my CD collections and stuff like that. MC Reg, let's get started. That's Simply Red, Holding Back the Years, playing in the background. So very dope R&B and pop group. First I'm about to do today is Run DMC's Together Then Leather, released in 1980 on Profile Records. I already discussed their first 3 albums on one of my CD collection vids. I believe that was the last one I did last year. And I said that Raising Hell was my favorite one. This album right here is a pretty dope album. I like it. It's kind of different from the earlier work and stuff like that, because if you around 1988, hip hop was changing with Public Enemy, Boogie Down Productions, Ultramagnetic MCs, NWA, and so Jam Master Jay was going for more of that that more sample sound, with this album. Singles album's known for Run's House, the theme song to Raekwon's reality show. What else? Mary, Mary. And I'm Not Going Out Like That. This album actually blended a whole lot of genres together, like reggae, rock, stuff like that. So very, very underrated album from these guys. A lot of people actually said this is one of the top albums from this group. So Run DMC, Together in Leather. By the way, though, they actually did a movie to the based off the album, so check that out. Next album, Inspectah Deck and 7L Esoteric, Czarface, released in 2013 on Break Records. You guys should know who Inspectah Deck is. He's 1/9 of Wu-Tang Clan, arguably one of the illest hip hop groups of all time. And you guys should know 7L and Esoteric, underground duo, formed the late 90s, making music since the late 90s, early 2000s. And these two cats have always been doing music together, so it's bound that these guys were doing albums. So this is actually a very, very cool album. I like the production with this, and the whole production really fit both of their styles, Inspectah Deck's and 7L Esoteric, And some of my favorite songs on this album is Cement 3 with Rock Marciano, Savagely Attacked with Ghostface, It's Raw with Action Bronson, Dead Zone, Let It Off. It kind of a very cool album. I recommend you guys pick this up. By the way, very dope album cover, by the way. Next album, Masta Ace Incorporated, Sittin on Chrome, released in 1995 on Delicious Vinyl. You guys should know who Masta Ace is. He's an underground MC. He is part of the Juice Crew. You guys should know the Juice Crew, Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap, Roxanne Shante, Biz Marquis, MC Shan, Craig G. Those cats right there. And 1990, he actually released his first solo album, Take a Look Around. And that was actually a really dope album. It had dope songs like Me and the Biz, Music Man, 4-3. And in 1992, he formed this group, Masta Ace Incorporated. And like the members included like Isura, you know, Lord Digger, Paula Perry, and Lachey. Yeah. So, and then 1993, he did this album. The first album he did with them was Slaughterhouse, which was like a West Coast influence kind of album. So I like the album, but that album actually caused some controversy from like hip hop heads, because they didn't like the fact that for the East Coast MC, doing like West Coast production, you know. So then 2 years later they dropped this album. This is my opinion, Master Ace's best album, in my opinion. Like the production on this album fit the whole group. Like singles album is known for is Born to Roll, which was actually recorded on the Slaughterhouse sessions. The INC Ride, I believe that was the most successful single off the album. And Sittin on Chrome, that song with that Eazy-E sample, I believe. Excuse me. Yeah, this is actually his most successful album too, and it's actually more like slicker and more like melodic kind of West Coast songs, like You Can't Find Me, What's Going On, and Turn It Up. That song Turn It Up was actually a Lachey solo track. I love that song. I believe Lachey is kind of totally underrated. You know, she did drop, I think, one album back in the mid-90s. I forgot the name of it. Other than that, very dope album. I recommend this album to anybody if you're a fan of mid-90s hip-hop and stuff like that. So, by the way, he took a hiatus after this album because he actually was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And, you know, he didn't release an album for like 6 years. And after that 6 years, he dropped Disposable Arts. Next album is Jay-Z's American Gangster, released in 2007 on Rockefeller under Def Jam Records. You guys should know who Jay-Z is. I'm not going to talk about his biography. I already did a review on his Volume 2 Hard Knock Live. Talked about The Reasonable Doubt and My Lifetime Volume 1. So, you guys should get a clue. It's actually a good album. I'm not gonna front though. Like, this is really one of Jay-Z's most underrated albums and stuff. You know, this album was actually based off the movie released that same year, American Gangster, but it's not a soundtrack to the movie. It's just a concept album. Singles albums known for is Blue Magic, which was like the first single released. Rock Boys and The Winner Is, I Know, and featuring Pharrell. Like, this is probably the closest album that he would ever do that would kind of like feel like you listen to Reasonable Doubt, like so many longtime fans say. And like, you know, the movie had like Denzel Washington, Idris Elba, I believe, was in that movie and stuff like that. You know, some songs, like, you have like cool ass songs like Success with Nas, Pray, I love that song. But my favorite song's album is Ignorant Shit featuring Beanie Siegel. And like that song Ignorant Shit, like, it was really a dope song by the way he put it out, saying that, you know, you guys only look at me for making pop songs like Big Pimpin' and Give It To Me Baby, but when he does songs like Regrets and song Cry, people question if he's falling off. And that's what a lot of MCs kind of go through, you know. Anyway, Jay-Z's American Gangster, released in 2007. Oh, by the way though, this is actually the only Jay-Z album that's not on iTunes, so he kind of said that he didn't want to, I believe he said he didn't want to I forgot what he said about it, but I'll post a link to it. It doesn't matter. Playing in the background right now is Van Halen's "Running with the Devil" off their self-titled first album. Classic album. Definitely need to get my hands on that record. Right here we got LL Cool J's 6th studio album, which is Mr. Smith, released in 1995. Hands down one of LL Cool J's best albums. You know, you guys should know after 14 Shots to the Dome, a lot of people kind of thought his career was waning and stuff like that. So he decided to change up his style a little bit. You know, singles albums known for are Hey Lover featuring Boys to Men. Love that R&B group. The video for Hey Lover the video for Hey Lover actually was one of the first hip-hop videos on VH1, believe it or not. And doing it featuring LaShawn, Loungin', and Loungin', the Who Do You Love remix featuring Terry and Monica, and the I Shot Ya and I Shot Ya remix with Keith Murray, Prodigy, Fat Joe, and Foxy Brown. This is an album that's a perfect example of hardcore hip-hop mixed in with hip-hop love songs. It's not like one of those albums you hear today where most of an MC's album is like filled with hip-hop love songs. So very, very dope album. I love it. A lot of people kind of shit on this record. A lot of people kind of shit on this record because they said that LL was kind of... Hold on. Yes, Mom? Sorry about that, everybody. Just had to handle some stuff. Anyway, a lot of people kind of shit on this record because they felt like LL was kind of doing more female songs and stuff like that. And I kind of felt like he always been doing those songs like that, you know? And it's like now a lot of MCs now are doing female chick songs, but they claim to be hardcore MCs. But when LL did it, like, it was actually pretty dope the way LL Cool J, Heavy D, Big Daddy Kane did it. That was actually pretty dope. Anyway, LL Cool J, Mr. Smith, 1995. By the way, he was supposed to come up with a vinyl album called Double L Down, something like that. I'll post a link to some of those albums because the production he did was around the time this album was released. So it's Eric B and Rakim. Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em, released in 1990 on MCA Records. Pretty dope record. I already did a review. Touched on the first album, Paid in Full. It's actually the third studio album. Very, very dope album. I like this album. It's like very soulful and jazzy at the same time, you know. Shit. You know, they kind of went for a more darker approach with some of the songs. Singles albums known for is Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em, In the Ghetto, and Mahogany. You know, I'm gonna give you some trivia. This is actually one of the first hip hop albums to actually get 5 mics on the Source. And you know, you guys should know the Source, you know, now no one gives a fuck about the Source anymore. And on the original version of the song Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em, he actually had a couple lines aimed at Big Daddy Kane and stuff like that. And you know, they had like a lyrical war back in like the early 90s, late 80s. I don't think it was really serious, just a lyrical war, you know. And he actually put out some other songs kind of dissing Big Daddy Kane. Let me guess. And like, you know, this album kind of sparked some controversy because this was like one of the first albums when people were saying that Eric B was not producing some of the records because most of the production was done by Large Professor and Paul C. And I think Paul C died. Paul C died about 1989 because he was shot. What else? And so Large Professor finished the production on this album. And he finished the production on this album. And he was also producing Cool G Raps and DJ Polo's Wanted Dead and Alive around that same time. And you can really tell by some of the production that you know it has that same vibe, you know. Other than that, very, very dope album. This is probably my most listened to album from Eric B and Rakim. The remix to Mahogany, the extended remix, check that out. That beat on that song, whew, pretty dope. And you know, this album was actually out of print, so if you guys can find this record, please copy, you know. Let me see. I have time for a couple more. This is Tupac, or I should say Makaveli. The Don Kiluminati series, Don Kiluminati 7 Day Theory, you know, released in 1996. You guys should know about this album. Pretty dope album, classic album by many. This was actually released a couple months after he died, and it was actually supposed to be released in 1997, but Suge Knight wanted to rush this album, you know, because, you know, Death Row was actually struggling at that time. And he actually finished this album in 7 days, you know. Singles album is known for Hail Mary, featuring the Outlaws, you know. It would kind of be a better song without the Outlaws, you know. Tossed It Up, featuring Danny Boy, Aaron Hall, and Casey and JoJo. And To Live and Die in LA, featuring Val Young. You know, this album, this is actually, in my opinion, my second favorite Tupac album. Because, I'm not gonna front, I love All Eyes on Me. I already talked about that album. But, that album kind of gets overhyped. You know, since it's a double disc album. Good and bad overhypedness, you know. And, you know, because there were some songs where I don't feel like Tupac didn't really want to record and stuff like that. You kind of fit into that whole Death Row vibe. And what else? This album was like, he kind of went back to like talking about some dark topics, like songs like Crazy, White Man's World, Bomb First, which was a diss song, as well as Against All Odds, Blasphemy. Like, he really went in on this record. And it's a shame that he died like way too young, you know. But hey. Anyway, pretty dope album, you know. It's really Tupac at his most darkest, you know. Very, very dope, must cop. My final album I'm about to do, Ice-T, Return of the Real, released in 1996. You know, his 6th studio album. You guys know what Ice-T is. You know, he is hands down one of the, probably him and Stoolie D, one of the founders of gangster hip hop. You know, this album kind of gets shitted on for no reason, you know, and I'm gonna get into that. Seeing what this album is known for. Oh, this actually released on his Rhyme Syndicate label. Seeing what this album is known for are I Must Stand and The Lane. You know, he went for that more G-Funk approach to this album. And when this album was released, his popularity kinda went down, you know, because there was more gangster rappers, you know. But this album right here is fucking dope. I'm not gonna front. When I first heard this, it was really, really, I like the style Ice-T used. He went more with that G-Funk player kind of song, you know. Shit. Like songs like, damn, what the hell? Where the Shit Goes Down, Bouncing Down the Street, Pimp Anthem, How Does It Feel to Make Love to a G, featuring I believe Richie Rich was on that song. They Want Me Back In, like one of my favorite Ice-T albums. This is hands down very underrated. A lot of people kind of like the one that came after this, The Seventh Deadly Sin. That was a good album, but some of the production was a little weak on that album. And I don't know, this album, the production only matches the lyrics. You know, this is out of print, so if you guys can find this album, pick it up. And that's all the time I have, you know. Stay tuned for more stuff. Peace.